visit somebody right on my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? If you're wondering why baby Crone looks like this, that's because of the title of this video. And honestly, I have put a time restraint on myself to talk about the VMAs in 20 minutes. Like, yes, literally, guys, I'm going to give you a crash course in what happened at the VMAs and give you a little bit of astrology in 20 minutes. And if this runs over 25 minutes, that 5 minutes was just built in there for me to do just in case I have to do some run over and pick it up and wrap it up. So I really don't want to spend too long on this on editing. That's just my personal preference when it comes to pictures, especially when I list down all these winners. Actually, it's about like 30 winners on here, so I'm not going to put up pictures of all of them, but I'll have the cute, nice logo up here as I talk about them. So I'm just going to set a timer and then I'm going to jump right in it because my face said it all and I think I got something. Okay, so timer for 20 minutes. So the VMAs 2025, it was a show to watch, actually. I feel bad that I missed it because even Mama Crone was saying that she was feeling a bit bored on a Sunday night, saying there's nothing to watch. I missed the Housewives, and I forgot the VMAs was on that night. So because of that, I missed this spectacular, probably monumentous moment in our history, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. So first off, we're going to talk about the winners, all 30 winners. Yes. So video of the year goes to Ariana Grande. The Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award goes to Mariah Carey. The Latin icon goes to Ricky Martin. Okay. I see we're giving some nostalgic throwbacks there, but I digress. The Rock, the Bells Visionary. Never heard of that, but Busta Rhymes got it. I also questioned Busta Rhymes because I just recently saw him in a dress from way back then. And you know how they do, brothers and anybody else that wants to get into the industry, they got to dress up like a woman. Artist of the year goes to Lady Gaga. Song of the year went to Rose and Bruno with Apathy. I know I was a little bit biased with them. That was the other one I named. Best new artist was Alex Warner. Performance of the year goes to Cat's Eye. Best pop goes to Sabrina Carpenter. Best collab goes to Lady Gaga and Bruno. Bruno is getting it. Best hip hop is Doechii. I honestly have no complaints about anything on here because I feel like everybody rightfully deserved the titles and awards that they had gotten. Best pop artist went to Ariana Grande. She took home a lot of awards. I think I might do a reading on her. The best R&B went to Mariah. Actually, that was quite interesting, but hey, I don't listen to R&B, so I don't have much to say. Best alternative goes to Somber. I have to figure out who this Somber person is. I might have to check it out. I do like alternative. Best rock went to Coldplay, and I wonder if that's just the irony of the Coldplay concert over this summer because best rock album went to Coldplay. Are we serious, guys? I don't know. Best Latin went to Shakira. Best Afrobeats went to Tyla, which go figure. I'm not mad at that. I don't know who else would have competed in that category. Best K-pop went to Lisa, Doja, and Ray, which was a good song, but also none of them was there. And I'll get to that later too, because I have a pet peeve with Lisa on that one. Yes, I have a whole pet peeve section. I got a lot to talk about. Best country goes to Megan Maroney. Never heard of her. Best album went to Sabrina Carpenter. Best long form video went to Ariana Grande. Video for good? What does that mean? Like submitted in time? Like what is video for good? But that went to Charlie XCX and Billie Eilish. We had both best direction and best art direction went to Lady Gaga. Best visual effects went to Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter also took a lot of home awards this night. Best choreography went best cinematography, couldn't read my own handwriting, went to Kendrick Lamar. Not like us. I was a little bit biased there too. I had to put that one out there. Best editing went to Tate Murray. I have to figure out who Tate Murray is. Best choreography went to Dochi, and I'm trying to figure out how did Anxiety get best choreography? Like, was that just simply from TikTok? Because anyway, that was my pet peeve right there. Best group went to Blackpink. And then Song of the Summer went to Tate Murray. Like I said, I got to figure out who this girl is. So, some things that were interesting to highlight before I get right into breaking down all the good, juicy highlights. Something that did seem to take center stage was trans rights. And I had to do a little bit of research into that because apparently there's a whole lot going on with the gays and trans rights. And I think that all has to do with the current administration, but I'm not trying to make it too political, but I get it. Celebrities have this platform and take center stage, and it's national television. So you got to get political, right? Every now and then. So the people who support gay trans rights, we're going to say Ariana Grande, she gave it to in her acceptance speech saying, "Thank you to my therapist." Congratulations to that therapist. And she's also congratulated to the gays. She literally said it. Sabrina Carpenter, she had a literal protest, not like a protest, but like a bunch of picket signs on her stage for tears. And I'm not gonna lie, I really love Sabrina Carpenter. Not that I'm about to say any hate for this, but I love Sabrina Carpenter, but her newest album, A Man's Best Friend, outside of the album cover, it just didn't vibe with me. I'm not sure if she just went too far back in time for me, but I definitely did like Sweet, like Short and Sweet. That was a good album. But this current album, I'm just not vibing with it. So I didn't vibe with the stage, but I totally did not dismiss the message. Like I said, you got to take some time. Honestly, Sabrina Carpenter is showing many sides of herself. I feel like this year I've learned a whole lot about Sabrina Carpenter, and I feel like she is really using her platform in a mature and respectful way, in the way she tries to portray womanhood and femininity. Also, who supports rights wasn't at the VMAs, but apparently this was after the VMAs, and that was Cat's Eye. Which, go figure, are we surprised? No, the entire group is a part of the, as it's now called, the alphabet soup. And then we have Lady Gaga. Are we surprised? No, we're not. So, yep, that being said, flipping the page over. So now highlights that happened at the VMAs. First off, this is Mariah Carey's first VMAs, that Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. Yeah, that's her first Moon Man, apparently. And she had some shade to say, I don't know why it took so long. And Mariah, I feel you. I don't know why it took so long. And then you won best R&B, which, you know what, I can't be mad. It's a monumentous night. But also, girl, your performance, some fans are hating on you, but I chalk it up to you're wearing too much of a tight corset. And I gotta tell you, celebrities, can we please stop advertising wearing a corset so tight that you can't breathe, you can't walk, you kind of gotta hop to get around? Can we please, at that point, just say you get your ribs taken out so you can advertise an hour shape if that's the direction that we're going. But please, can we stop hurting our internal organs just for the sake of beauty and saying, yes, honey, I'm snatched. Anyway, sorry, love you though, Mariah Carey. So people are saying that she gave the bare minimum performance, but that's why I said it. But other fans feel like as so. This was speaking of Cat's Eye. This was their first time being at the VMAs and also winning an award too. So they are making history. Cat's Eye is shoo, and I'm not mad at it. Sabrina Carpenter. I already talked about her highlights. Oh, yes. One thing, though, she did give a Britney Spears tribute, and that seemed to be a reoccurring thing, as well as Tate Murray has done it. But also, I think when was it Meg the Stallion? Did she host the VMAs? And she also had done a Britney Spears tribute. I'm not saying people are out here trying to copy Britney Spears, but I'm just saying the fact that Britney is iconic and will forever be iconic, but also I'm seeing a reoccurring theme that this entire VMAs was all about retro. And like I said before in some other videos, I'm not sure, but I feel like we're in some weird time warp where we're moving forward, but we're also moving backwards at the same time. It's kind of weird, and I'm not sure what's going to happen. And I can kind of see like a split. But moving right along, Ariana Grande had the whole fam there. Her mom and dad, who are divorced and are like separated and probably like don't deal with each other. I heard allegedly. I don't know the whole backstory, but it was big and monumentous to see them together at this moment and night for Ariana Grande. Even her brother was there, but who was missing? Ethan Slater. Mariah Carey and Ariana Grande has ended their beef. Oh, that's good. That's good. Lady Gaga left 15 minutes after arriving because she had to go perform at Madison Square Garden. That was an hour and a half away. So, congratulations to Lady Gaga. I wish I could say the same about some other members out there like Blackpink, but I get there. That's my pet peeve. All right, sorry about that, guys. But moving right on along, Doja Cat, go figure. Her trying to do something, it's classic Doja Cat at this point. Eating lipstick on the red carpet. Could you try something different, Doja? That's just you trying to get some like surprise shock out of us. And it's kind of getting old, so I need you to find a new shtick because that was getting old. I don't know if you thought that was going to be like some big grand moment. I mean, it sure is because everybody's still talking about it, but still, good press is all press is good press, right? Like they say. Anyway, there was a huge, great, amazing Ozzy Osbourne tribute, and I'll get to that when I talk about all the performances that I watched. But apparently, Lotto and Spice had a beef with each other, and now they no longer have a beef with each other. Also, Tyla was weirdly asked what advice. This one's just personally for me. Tyla was asked what advice would she give Cat's Eye for them beginning their journey and are skyrocketing? A, she didn't have any advice to say. She's doing it besides saying that they're doing good. Exactly, Tyla, they are. And first off, anyway, I mean, I love Tyla. Love you, Tyla. But no, still, I don't think I don't know what that reporter was trying to do. I get it. Trying to make Cat's Eye relevant in that conversation. Anyway, Jessica Simpson was there surprisingly. She was there to present the award to Ricky Martin upon request. So that was nice to see. So that's one page finish. So now my pet peeves is are dance breaks a new thing now? Like, is that something from like the early 2000s? Because everybody like Doja Cat, Sabrina Carpenter, Cat's Eye, Tate Murray, and even Ricky Martin had dance breaks. I'm pretty sure Lady Gaga and some other people did there. I didn't get a chance to see their performances, but I just see that's a thing. Even if they don't say dance break, I know a dance break when I see it. K-pop has taught me well. One thing, speaking of K-pop, is why was Rosé at the VMAs but not Lisa? Y'all all are Blackpink, and if you're on tour, if one member can make it, I'm sure the other member could have made it too. So Lisa, why were you not there to accept your award? Nobody was there to accept that award. Not even Doja Cat. She was at the red carpet. But anyway, also, like I keep saying, who the hell is Tate Murray? She has gotten so popular over the summer. I just don't know. And then also something that it's not quite a pet peeve, but is something that I've noticed that was a running, occurring theme outside of the politics behind it. I did see some religion was mixed in there, and some people had some mixed reactions to Alex Warner's performance of Ordinary. I mean, if you listen to the lyrics, the visuals went exactly along with it. I don't know what you guys was expecting. But anyway, so who did I watch? Of course, Cat's Eye. Love me some Cat's Eye. I don't know who Jessie Yunche for Gabriella, but she definitely looked uncomfortable. Mariah Carey felt neutral, like I said. The corset was too tight, but I did enjoy the performance for what she gave. The visuals, the colors, everything was amazing. I did look at Tate Murray's performance, and honestly, she won me at the end. She really did. When she did like that final dance break, I was like, okay, I don't know who this girl is, but I love it. Now, first off, next we're moving on to Ozzy Osbourne. Oh my god, this tribute was so amazing because I got chills. I literally felt like when they was singing Mama Coming Home, literally I felt like it came home. Like Ozzy, like whoever those three guys were, they came together and they did that. They channeled Ozzy Osbourne. It was, you could feel it in the air and through the, it was amazing. It was literally amazing. I looked at Sabrina Carpenter's performance. Like I said, I didn't really have much to say, but this album just not my fave. Alex Warner, I felt like there wasn't much to say, but this is what I'm going to spend most of my time to talk about, is the fact that today I actually overheard two students in my class talking about this. Weirdly, same subject about religion, and I just feel like it just happened to coincide. You know, they never say coincidences happen. But here are three things from their conversation that I felt like really goes along with how people feel about Alex Warner's performance. One, that religion is weird if you didn't grow up in it. Literally, that was a quote. Another thing that was brought up in that conversation was justifying how pagans are culty, but being a Christian is not. Sorry, I didn't mean to call anybody out, but that was just the conversation. And then three, forcing religion on a partner, and that brought me back to Brittany Reiner and Kevin Gates. So I see this reoccurring theme in real life and in the celebrity world, and then on the VMA stage. And why did I bring that up? Because the two clashing things, religion and the alphabet soup, and they were co-ed on the stage together this night. And like I said, we're like moving forward and moving backwards at the same time. So I'm seeing the clashes of everything. And that's exactly why I feel like this VMAs night will literally go down in history, just besides the fact that it was on a lunar eclipse and that has a whole astrological meaning that A, I do not have time to get into, and B, I'm trying not to run over my time. So because of that, just know it was on a lunar eclipse night, and that's really significant. So because of that, it's all about ending and changes of cycles. I still have to talk about it. Ending and changing of cycles, and it's also closing chapters and eras. I've been hearing a lot about ending bloodline curses. It's going to invoke new versions of yourselves where you're going to want to evolve. So that seems like some really like what do they call it, generational curses, and like doing that soul heavy work. That seems like what this energy is all about, and like what maybe the next 7 years is all going to be like facing, and then of course the future and stuff like that. But I'm not trying to jump too far ahead, but the VMAs is the marker of that. If we ever want to look back in history, this is going to be what they're going to be writing down in the histories. And just everything that was together on stage with the religion and the gay rights, I just feel like it was beautifully crafted together, and they were all contributing to Ozzy Osbourne, a true legend, while all other legends was getting their props and awards, like Ricky Martin, Busta Rhymes, Mariah Carey. Everybody that was a name, big name, was getting acknowledged. Everybody had love for everybody. Everybody wanted to take pictures with everyone. It was just a good night of joyful, wholesome loving of American culture. And that's a reflection of what America is, a true melting pot that can come together and enjoy and not have differences, not have violence. We could just enjoy. Even though people call it messy, it was messy. A whole lot was going on. It's messy and chaotic, but messy and chaotic in a good way. So with that being said, with 2 minutes to spare, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Oh, yes, I cannot forget. I did watch Ricky Martin's performance, which I was kind of flabbergasted, and also Alea, Ali. I don't know how to exactly pronounce it, but weirdly enough, I did not know Ricky Martin made that song. When he sung it, I was like, oh my God, he made that song. I did not know that. So that was amazing. Also, I could have felt like he could have been a little bit better if he didn't have a backtrack. Either that, or he was just really too hype and amp and dancing and moving. that his vocals weren't stable enough, so it was just kind of like a clash of his backtracks and his live vocals. So I felt like if he was going to be that performative, he didn't need a backtrack. But I get it. Maybe some people aren't that familiar with Ricky Martin. Like I said, people that needed to get their props are getting their props. People that make marks and cultures for all that. Why doesn't Rick Roll get like some award? But anyway, I digress, right? So all that being said, that's what's really important about the VMAs this year is that the music was amazing. Like I said, every winner I don't have a problem with that won an award because I felt like it was rightfully deserved. I felt like everybody that was on there, I knew their name. It's not like, who's that? I don't know who that is. Why did they get that award? So even though I may have not known anybody else in the categories or who they were up against, everybody that won an award, I could sit there and say, yeah, I could see why they got that award. It makes sense. It culturally makes sense. And that shows you that music awards award shows are starting to be more reflective of what the true audience wants and not whoever is paying for recognition and awards. So because of that, I really like that because I think the Grammys or like another award show this year did something very similar where I wasn't mad at any of the winners. So because of that, I love that these award shows are actually being a little bit more reflective of what is culturally relevant today. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this recap rundown on the VMAs. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, it was a crash course. It was a lot. I gave you some rapid fire, then I slowed it down, then I put some of my opinion in there. I had to do some research because the more I was looking into it, the more I had to figure out. Of course, this back was all about astrology, but I still found a way to briefly bring that in there. And look at that. I'm still trying to find 5 minutes to wrap it up. So with the VMAs, tell me down below in the comments, who was your favorite performance out of the winners? Who are your favorites? More importantly, for my sake, tell me, do you love Tate Murray? I don't know, because I feel like she blew up on TikTok, and you know how TikTok does. So because of that, I have to figure out. Her dance skills. Well, is she like a professional dancer? Because her flexibility, she could do like performance, like dance performance music videos. Yeah, she would definitely be good for that. Like, yes, Tate McRae for that. Whatever that genre is, I feel like that definitely is up her wazoo. At least what I was getting from her, I assume. Just keep waiting. I'm not too familiar with her music. Like I said, she feels like another Charlie XCX, where it was like XCX summer, and this year it's Murray summer. So because of that, I'm just like, I don't know who these new people are popping up. So I guess I'll have to dive deep into her. Maybe I'll do a reading on her. Ooh, yes. So with that being said, I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Please leave your comments down below. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this content and the way I presented it to you. I try to be as organized as possible. I took notes. I literally did homework and research for this, and I really enjoyed every bit of it. I really wish I would have watched it live. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Sunflowers.